Hi, and welcome back to my channel.
In this video today, I will be showing you how to do a paper cutout effect in Procreate for Mother's Day. So I'm going to be using the iPad Pro and the app Procreate to create this Mother's Day graphic. So to get started, we need to make a new document. Hit the plus in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to use this square canvas. Its dimensions are 2048 pixels by 2048 pixels. You can use whatever canvas size you'd like. If you head to the color picker in the upper right hand corner, here are the colors I'm using. If you'd like to follow along and make this with me, I'll leave this color palette in the description below. And it's free for you to download. So for this video, I'm going to use the monoline brush that's already preloaded in Procreate. You'll find that in the calligraphy section of the brush library. And I have my size at 100%. So for this graphic, I'm going to have it say Happy Mother's Day. So to get started, you can choose to change the color of your background. I'm going to leave mine white as of now, but I may decide to color it later with like a light beige color. You can change the color of your background now or wait until later. So on this first layer, we're going to go to our colors. I'm going to choose this light orange color. Using your Apple Pencil, you're going to draw from left to right a wavy line on your canvas. So you want to make sure that the line goes off of the sides of the canvas, because that's going to help us when we go and fill in the layer. Once you have that wavy line drawn, you're going to head up to the colors, press and hold, and drag the color into the canvas underneath the wavy line. So since this graphic is going to have 3 words on it, I'm going to use these colors multiple times in the canvas to create the desired look. Once you have your first wavy line and your color filled in, now you need to head back to layers and add a new layer. So click on the layers icon. Hit the plus to add a new layer. It's going to create a layer above this one. Once you've added that layer, we're going to go to our colors and pick the next color. I'm going to go in with this coral color. And this time, you're going to take your pencil and go a little bit lower than that original orange line and create a wavy line, remembering to go off the sides of the canvas. I'm going to move this line up a little bit before I fill in my layer. So to do that, click on the transform tool. And for this, I want to make sure that this remains straight. So I'm going to turn my snapping on. So click on snapping down at the bottom. And I'm going to turn on both, snapping and magnetics. So with snapping and magnetics on, I'm able to move this up while maintaining a straight line. Once I have that where I want it, I'm going to click on the transform tool again. Once you do that, head back up to the colors, press and hold, and drag underneath your wavy line. So now I'm going to repeat the process with the other remaining colors, and then I'm going to go back through those colors again so I can fill up my entire canvas. Now I've gone through all 5 of my colors, but since I want the canvas to be filled with color, I'm going to go back through and use these 5 colors again. So here's what we have so far. Now what we're going to do is add a shadow effect to each of these layers. So head back up to your layers. Now what we're going to do is duplicate the layer, fill in the layer, and then add a blur to it. So since I have 10 layers in mine, I'm going to have to do this 10 times. So I'm going to show you on the first 2 layers, and then I'm going to speed up the rest of the layers. As of right now, layer 10 is the layer that's selected. We want to start with layer 1 and work our way up back to 10. So if you scroll down to the bottom, select layer 1 by tapping on it. And remember that in our layers, layer 1 is at the bottom of our layer list, but it is the top layer in our canvas. We're going to duplicate layer 1 by sliding it to the left and click duplicate. Once you've duplicated that layer, click on the layer 1 that's at the bottom. Once you have that selected, you're going to head up to your colors. Tap on it and pick black. Once you have that color picked, head back into your layers. With the layer 1 that's at the bottom, we're going to alpha lock it. And you can either tap on the layer and it'll bring up a menu. Click on alpha lock. Or you can also swipe right on the layer with 2 fingers. Once alpha lock is turned on, tap on the layer again. Click fill layer. Now as you can see in the layer list, this layer is now black. In the document, it looks as though nothing happened. Now what we're going to do is turn off alpha lock. So if you tap on that layer and click on alpha lock, it'll turn alpha lock off. After you turn alpha lock off, head up to the adjustments tool. And you're going to click on Gaussian blur. So once you click on Gaussian blur, you're going to use your Apple Pencil and drag left and right to determine what percentage of blur you want on this layer. So if you move it to the right, it's going to increase. And you can see right up here at the top, it's at a 5%, but I can keep moving my pencil over to the right and it's increasing. So for this, I'm going to do 7% on the blur. Once you've done that, you can tap on the adjustments tool again. So now I'm going to do this again with layer 2. Head back to your layers. Tap on layer 2 to select it. Slide the layer to the left. Click on duplicate. Now you're going to tap on the layer 2 that's at the bottom. Once you have that selected, tap on the layer. Click on alpha lock. Tap on the layer again and hit fill layer. And again, you can see in the layer list that the bottom layer is black, but it doesn't show anything on the canvas. Once you've done that, tap on the layer again to turn off alpha lock. Head up to the adjustments tool, Gaussian blur, and tap on the canvas and slide your pencil left and right to adjust the blur percentage. And again, I'm going to do about 7. So now you can kind of see that there's like a shadow appearing, which makes it look like the pieces of paper are overlapping. So I'm going to speed through the rest of the layers and I'll come back once I'm done with that. So I just wanted to pop in and make a quick note about alpha locking. And the reason why we alpha lock the layer is because if we were to just fill the entire layer, it would fill the whole canvas. So with alpha lock on, it's only going to fill in that little mountain with the black color. Okay, so I'm back after filling in the layers and adding in the Gaussian blur. So at this point, I'm actually going to color in the background just to fill in the background so that it's not white. So if you tap on your layers, and scroll to the bottom where it says background layer, tap on that. Once you tap on that, the color picker will show up. So I added the background color to our palette. So now it's time to add our text. Head to the Actions tool. Under Add, hit Add Text. So I'm putting Happy Mother's Day. If you tap on this A right here, it'll give you more settings for your text. So we want to make sure that we pick a font that's pretty bold and thick, so that way we can see all of our layers underneath. So you want to make sure that your text is selected. So I'm going to use the text Futura. And while my text is selected, I'm going to click under Attributes. I'm going to toggle on this here so it can be all caps. So I'm going to drag the text box to almost as large as the canvas. I'm going to click on this A, and I'm going to increase the size of my text. I'm actually going to decrease the leading, which is the space in between each line of text, by sliding that to the left. I'm actually going to do the condensed extra bold. Once you have everything how you like it, hit done. So now I'm going to head to my transform tool and center this text. So now what we're going to do is take the Happy Mother's Day text and turn it into like a window. So it's as if you're looking in to the background. So head to the layers. You want to make sure that your text is above all of the other colorful hills in the background. So to do that, I'm going to press and hold on the Happy layer, which is the text layer, and I'm going to drag it above layer 10. Once you have the text above all of your colorful hills, you're going to tap on the layer underneath it. Press the plus icon to add in a layer on top of the colorful hills, but underneath the Happy Mother's Day text. Head to the color picker. You're going to pick white. Head back to your layers. Tap on the new layer and click on Fill Layer. Tap on your text layer. Tap on it again and hit Select. Once you do that, head back to your layers. Tap on the layer that you filled in with white to select it. Tap on it again and hit Clear. Now at this point, it looks like as if nothing happened. But what you want to do is turn off your text layer. So now you can see our colorful hills are being revealed through Happy Mother's Day. Now to add a little bit more dimension to this piece, we're going to duplicate the Happy Mother's Day cutout layer by sliding to the left and hitting Duplicate. Select the one that's at the bottom. Head to your color picker and choose black. And we're going to do the same process that we did with the colorful hills by filling in this layer. So head back to your layers, tap on the layer, hit Alpha Lock, tap on it again, and fill the layer. After you do that, head to your Adjustments tool. And we're going to add the Gaussian blur. So as you can see, I'm trying to apply the Gaussian blur, but it's not really showing me anything. That's because I forgot to take off Alpha Lock on that layer. So head back to your layers, tap on the layer, and uncheck Alpha Lock. Now head up to your Adjustments tool, Gaussian blur, and apply whatever blur percentage you'd like. I'm going to do 5%. After you do that, tap on your Transform tool. And now what we're going to do is move this layer around. You want to make sure you turn off snapping. So if you press on snapping, make sure magnetics and snapping are off so you can move this layer easier. And so as you move it, you can get a different look. I'm going to move it over to the left and down a little bit. And you can make it as dramatic or simple as you'd like. So the further down that you move that layer, it'll create the appearance of deeper letters. And if you move it and you decide you don't like how that looks, you can just hit reset here and it'll put it back to where it originally started. And once you have that how you'd like, you can tap the Transform tool. So this concludes the video on how to do the paper cutout effect using Procreate. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more videos like this and hit the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Head to the description box for the palette so that you can follow along with this tutorial. And as always, thanks for watching and happy Mother's Day.